Good afternoon and welcome to the regularly scheduled City Commission meeting for Tuesday, March the 12th. If you would, please rise with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Can we have a call for attendance, please?
Commissioner Vowles?
Here.
Commissioner Thomas?
Here.
Commissioner Pruitt?
Here.
Commissioner Witt?
Here.
Mayor Staten?
Here. Just want to point out that Commissioner Pruitt and Commissioner Witt are at a conference in Washington, and yesterday sat in on a meeting with the President of the United States. He gave a talk to a room full of people, and hope you guys are enjoying your conference up there. First up, we have a presentation for recognition of new employees.
We have new employees: Skylar Mattingly, Henderson Water Utility System Worker 1, Dawn Braswell, Henderson Water Utility Water Treatment Operator, and Tyler Hayes, Recreation Center Worker.
All right, and if you're present and you're one of the new employees, if you would, please come to the front of the room. I failed to mention that earlier. So I just wanted to start by saying thank you for joining the employment of the city of Henderson. We very much appreciate you all coming to work for us. I've already gotten to meet one of you in the hallway earlier, and I just wanted to say welcome and thank you. We certainly look forward to your service to the city. Bart, Trace, do either one of you all have anything you'd like to add?
I'd like to, this is Tyler. He's starting out at our JFA Community Center. He is he's going to be one of our 2 recreation facility workers. He's got about a week under his belt now. He's still here, which is an awesome sign. I think a lot of the kids have seemingly taken to him really well, and I think he'll be a great addition to the city.
Awesome.
And Dawn, she's water treatment operator at North Water Treatment Plant. She's going to be the relief operator for those guys. And Skylar, he's utility system worker 1. He's been here about a week, and they haven't ran him off yet. So that's a good thing. Very proud to have both of them.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
She's a transplant.
From
I'm
up
not from Kentucky, and I just wanted to make sure you understood that before you.
It's okay.
So the first question I ask, can you say y'all? If you can. But
I'm
welcome,
from Georgia, I can say y'all very.
There you go.
welcome
That's
from
a
New
requirement.
Hampshire.
Yeah.
From New Hampshire.
Raised in New Hampshire, moved to Georgia for several decades. So once you get down in Georgia, you can't shake the y'all.
Well, I think you're going to find that there's opportunity for advancement. There's competitive pay, really good benefits, and I know I'm a little biased, but I really mean this from the bottom of my heart. We've got one of the best teams of department heads and utility heads of anywhere around. And so I think you're going to find this to be a really good place to work for, and we appreciate having you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next up, we have a service award for Susan Bryant. If you could join me at the podium, please.
Susan Bryant. Susan started with the city as an account clerk in the finance department on March 1st, 2004. In June 2008, her position was reclassified to account representative, and in September 2014, she promoted to inventory control technician in the gas department. In July 2015, she promoted to account technician back in the finance department. And in September 2017, she was promoted to revenue supervisor. Susan loves a challenge, and because of that, she has moved to different departments to keep her challenged over her 20 years with the city. She is always willing to help out in any department. If she doesn't know the answer to something, she will do her best to figure it out and come up with the best answer. Excuse me. Susan has been a very beneficial employee to the finance department, especially with New World, in that she knows a lot of the ins and outs of the system. Prior to her role as supervisor, Susan kept the vending machines well stocked with the employees' favorite snacks and drinks. A former employee we all know Robert, even says Susan is responsible for his 20-pound weight gain while employed with the city. During Susan's time in collections, she was the social coordinator and organized fun parties, picnics, and lunches. She always recognizes coworkers on holidays and special occasions and has a knack for giving the perfect gift. The city appreciates you, Susan, and your dedication, loyalty, and service, and we are happy to have you with us today to thank you for all your hard work and dedication to the city with the presentation of this 20-year service award pin and throw blanket. And I have a little footnote. Subsequent to this being written, Susan has accepted a promotion and will be leaving us for water utility.
So I think there probably is something to the Robert Gunter thing, because ever since he's joined Evansville, I think he's dropped about 5 to 10 pounds.
It's probably true,
He
yeah.
looks slimmer than he's looked a long time. This is your service pin, and this is a very handsome City of Henderson
Hey.
throw blanket
I'm cold all the
in
time.
appreciation of your service. We very much value our employees. We value you. Thank you so much for working for us for so long, for doing what you do. If you'd like, you're welcome to address the commission.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for giving me the opportunity. Can't believe 20 years ago, my first daughter was 4 months old, and she couldn't be here today because she's working right now, but I told her hopefully she's watching. But my middle child's here, and then my youngest, we just adopted him. So the city family, you have your family, and then you have city family, and I wouldn't have been able to do anything without my city family. We've gone through happy times, sad times, and we're always there for each other. And we have an employee now that just lost her father, so I know we're all thinking of her right now. And I love the city, and I'm going to miss you guys, but I'm going to be here a lot. But I'm looking forward to working for the water department and making a change. Thank you.
Susan, I want to personally thank you for what all you've done to help me in my job. And I will say to everybody in this room, she's got one of the toughest jobs in the city. And I would say that put that above even public safety. And I appreciate everything you've done, your commitment to your job, and most of all being a liaison to our customers who you try to work with when their situations become difficult. And let me say this, we're truly going to miss you.
I'll be around.
We know. We know where to find you.
You can't get rid of me that easy.
And the door swings both ways.
You never know. I still have 7 years to retirement, but I may have more and I may come back. We'll see.
Thank you for everything.
Just as another footnote, I'm not sure that we should have Barb Bowles come back to our.
Yeah.
Karen, if you want to join us at the podium, there she is. Karen has a presentation along with Benji Mars.
Yes, so it's one of the times that HR can come up here with good news. So this is just a copy of the check. We've already cashed the real check very quickly for almost $23,000. It was a premium refund check back from Sun Life. So Benji Mars is here on Zoom. He's going to talk more about the details with it, but he is the senior benefit strategist with BIM Group. We've worked with him for a long time. He got us partnered with our stop loss, so he can take it from here and explain more about the check and the memo that was attached with it.
Thank you, Karen, and thank you, Commissioners and Mayor. This is one of the few times where I get to be really brief and deliver good news. So I'll take advantage of that, and but I'll be glad to answer any questions. Essentially, an audit looking back in the past, Sun Life came to us with a check for $22,934.20 going back to plan year 2018, which was in each of your reinsurance contracts, we have a contractual feature for a return of premium based on a good loss ratio. And that is not settled until generally 4 to 6 months after the plan year ends, because they're still waiting on claims that may be reconciled or refunded or disputed or any number of things. They let time pass before that's reconciled and settled. And there's been many years where the city has benefited from a return of premium, and it was just discovered, and incidentally, after leaving Sun Life, the mistake was discovered, and the mistake was 2-year error. So they graciously dropped that by our office, and we sent that over to HR just as soon as we received it. So good news. It's a little bit like playing Monopoly, and you've got community chest and an error in your favor, which is good news. So you've got $22,934.20 deposited back as a result of a return of premium from 2018.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Do we have any questions or comments on behalf of the City Commission?
Thanks for being honest.
Yes. Thanks for being honest. Thanks for giving us money. We like that always. We appreciate you being here with us today, Benji. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. Thank you all so much.
All right. Next up, we have a consent agenda.
The consent agenda consists of the minutes of February 13th, 2024 regular meeting, February 15th, 2024 called work session, February 20th, 2024 special called meeting, February 20th, 2024 special called work session, and February 27th, 2024 special called meeting, and resolution number 09-24, resolution approving human resources report dated March 12th, 2024.
All right. Before we get a motion, do we have any item that needs to be pulled for further discussion? Hearing none, I'll take a motion to approve.
So moved.
Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Vowles? Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt? Commissioner Whitt? Mayor Staten?
Aye. Before we move on in the agenda, is there anyone in the audience who has a matter to bring before the City Commission that is not currently on the agenda? Hearing none, we'll move on to first reading of an ordinance accepting public improvements.
Ordinance number 08-24, ordinance accepting public improvements. An ordinance accepting public improvements consisting of roadway extension and sidewalks to the end of Barrett Boulevard.
Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do we have a second? Any comments, questions, suggestions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Vowles? Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt? Commissioner Whitt? Mayor Staten?
Aye. Next up, we have an ordinance concerning HWU distribution and collection system specialist.
Ordinance number 09-24, ordinance amending job classifications and pay plan. An ordinance approving amendment to job classifications and pay plan by creating the position of HWU distribution and collection system specialist.
Do we have a motion to approve? Do we have a
Second.
second? We have a motion and a second. Do we have any comments or questions for Bart? He is in the audience with us. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Vowles? Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt? Commissioner Whitt? Mayor Staten?
Aye. Next up, we have an ordinance amending the water utility budgeted positions.
Ordinance number 10-24, ordinance amending portion of Henderson Water Utility 2023 through 2024 budget. Ordinance amending Henderson Water Utility budgeted positions and job classifications of the 2023 through 2024 budget by adding one distribution and collection system specialist position.
Do we have a motion to approve? Do we have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Vowles? Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt? Commissioner Whitt? Mayor Staten?
Aye. Next up, we have a first reading of a zoning ordinance concerning parking lots and garages.
Ordinance number 11-24, ordinance amending Appendix A zoning relating to principal use parking lots and garages. Ordinance amending Article 2 definitions, Section 2.01 definitions, Article 19, GB General Business District, Section 19.02 permitted uses, and Article 21 HC Highway Commercial District, Section 21.02, permitted uses of Appendix A zoning of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Henderson relating to principal use parking lots and garages.
Have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do we have a second? Do we have any comments, questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Vowles? Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt?
Aye.
Commissioner Witt?
Aye.
Mayor Staten?
Aye. Next up, we have a resolution. Before we, actually, if you'll read the resolution, we have a resolution approving preliminary land and water conservation grant.
Resolution number 10-24, a resolution of the City of Henderson accepting grant funds from the Department for Local Government under Land and Water Conservation Fund in the amount of $245,000, and the mayor is authorized to execute all necessary documents.
Thank you. Before we get a motion, Dylan, you want to tell us a little bit more about what we're looking at, sir?
Yeah, so if you all remember, back in May, we had GRAD help us out, and we applied for a 50/50 Land and Water Conservation Fund grant in an amount up to $250,000. This grant that we applied for was specifically for upgrades at Dr. Anthony Brooks Park, which included a splash pad, playground, and then a restroom. And so happy to say that we found out last week that we've been given preliminary approval for $245,000. So we'll match those funds and give us about $500,000 to work with. And I'll just say this: the award will take a little bit of time to actually get that money. We have an open land and water grant now that we applied for and were subsequently awarded in 2021, and I think this year we'll just get approval to spend those funds. So it's a 2 to 3 year process before you can actually spend those. But we've got a couple other hoops we've got to jump through: an environmental assessment, some SHPO approvals, but it's preliminarily ours, and we're happy to get that project started whenever we get the green light and get a grant agreement with them. So.
Awesome. I also have a statement to read from Reverend Adrian Brooks, Sr. Our family is grateful for the efforts of the officials and citizens of Henderson upgrading the Anthony Brooks Park. It will ensure that this fitting memorial and recreational area continues to honor this civil rights activist, educator, and community pastor. It makes us all proud to watch Henderson embrace his legacy of service. My parents loved Henderson and loved serving the people of Henderson. Let's go ahead and get a motion in a second, and then we'll see if we have any questions or comments. Do we get a motion to approve, please?
So moved. Or second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any comments, questions for Dylan or for anyone concerning the grant money?
It's awesome. We don't get $250,000 from the small park in Henderson every day. So
No, we don't. It's really big news, especially for the people of that area, and I can't wait to see what we come up with. And I just wanted to reiterate what Dylan said too. A lot of people get frustrated when they apply for these federal grants, and not just the ones who don't receive them, but sometimes the ones who receive them, because it is such a lengthy process. But I think if we go into this with the right frame of mind, and we understand that this is going to be a 2 to 3 year project, basically, possibly even 4 by the time it's complete, then we're going to have this money at our disposal, and we're very grateful for the award. And thank you for what you did throughout this process, Dylan. We very much appreciate it. Can we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Vowles? Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt?
Aye.
Commissioner Witt?
Aye.
Mayor Staten?
Aye. Next up, we have a city manager's report.
I would ask that David Steele, who is the sanitation superintendent, and Brian Williams, Public Works Director, to come to the podium and provide the Board of Commissioners an update on our recently implemented curbside trash pickup.
Before you start, I'll tell you this. I've told David this regular, but he's done an excellent job of starting this program, following up with this program, even down to the following the rules of the program. I know at times that can be difficult because it'd be easier to cave and say, okay, we'll come and get it. But he's held true to the program, so in turn it's done well. So I'll let you give him a little history.
Okay. So just to kind of give you an idea of what we've done, we've put out 10,497 of the new cans is what's gone out. Of those, 750 were people that have requested a second can, which is only about 7.7% of the total population that's using the sanitation pickup. When we started looking into this, most other cities told us to expect a third of the population would want a second can or so. So we're at this point well below that, which tells me that for the most part, the size is working for most families. We do have some that have requested second and third cans. But we also did do some smaller 35-gallon cans for those that were more of the elderly, mobility impaired, things like that, that still wanted to be able to do it themselves without doing the special pickup. We've put all 35 of those out. Of those 35, we've actually had 5 that have come back and requested to go back with the larger can. We do have a fully automated truck that is running now, has been since about the first of the year. It has helped us out tremendously when we have call-ins or vacations and things like that, because it's a one-man operation. He's able to cover pretty much the same amount, if not sometimes more, than what a 3-man crew truck can do. Plus, one of the good things to note about that truck, I'm sure you've all heard from different citizens over the years that when people put liquids and things in their garbage, and the type of rear load trucks that we use, when they compact all that, the liquids sometimes do leach through. I mean, you can't stop all of it. We do have seals that we try to maintain in those, but this truck does not have that packing ability in the back. It's more of just a sealed dump body, so it does not leak hardly anything at all out on the ground. So going forward, it is definitely a better way to just cleaner and safer. We've also reduced the number of accidents since implementing this to 0 since the implementation of these cans. I think in 2022, I had Karen print this out for me. 2021, 7 of the 12 public works claims were sanitation workers. In 2022, 13 of the 17 claims were sanitation workers. And in 2023, 1 of the 6, now that doesn't include temporaries that also were injured during that because they're on a different system. But since the implementation in July, we've had 0 injury-related accidents.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, the only real problem, I guess, that we're having is just trying to get people used to breaking down boxes and putting them in the can instead of leaving them sitting next to the trash. We do offer a recycle bin for anybody out there that wants to participate in that, put their cardboard in. A lot of people, it seems, in certain areas are leaving trash cans out by the road and not bringing those back after.
They still look clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think litter's been reduced because of the cans?
I think so, where people are using them like they're supposed to, clothes and everything. Yes, it's keeping things. I've had several comments from people out there that it is a lot cleaner in that aspect.
Well, thank you for coming and updating us on it. I'm very encouraged by, whenever you brought this program to us, one of the main reasons that you all had mentioned that you wanted to go this direction was to create a better work environment for our sanitation workers, a safer and cleaner and better work environment for the sanitation workers. And so just to go from 9 to 13 to 0 in terms of claims, and this has been in place for, 8 months, 9 months? Yeah. It's not to say it won't change tomorrow or anything.
Right.
Yeah, knock on wood, but that's fantastic that we've been able to make that job that was it's unpleasant at times with the weather that you got to deal with all different shapes and sizes of cans and trash and all this other stuff, to make it a little bit more bearable or tolerable for the people that provide this important service to us. It's very important, and thank you for going through the thousands of phone calls that you got from June through September of last year. I know they couldn't have been easy at all, but it does seem I've gotten now a whole lot more compliments on us making that decision and moving that direction, of course, than we did in the beginning, because it was a big change. And so I really do feel like we did something good for the community, and I appreciate your effort on it.
Thank you.
and keeping it in-house.
And keeping it in-house?
That was a
Yep,
Yeah,
good
that was
decision.
huge.
yep. Good deal.
Thank
Thank you all. Anything else today, Buzzy?
Just a reminder, we'll have a special call meeting next Tuesday at 3 o'clock. And then following that, we'll have a brief workshop. Dylan will be presenting a couple sports-related concepts for your review.
Thank you. Can we consider doing 2:45 instead of 3 o'clock? We've got the awards thing, and we've got to be in Evansville by 4:30 for that next week, and I don't want to have to cut the work session short.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay, thank you. So 2:45 for the special call.
2:45?
Yeah, 2:45. City Attorney's report.
Yes, Mayor, last week, as you know, we closed on the Bentley farm. We had already received the consent for annexation from the owners at that point. But we need to do a supplemental consent of annexation from the city. So we need a motion to give you the authority to consent to annex that piece of property.
All right, does anybody have any questions or comments before we do that? Can we get a motion to consent to allow, can you state that again?
Motion to authorize you to sign the consent to allow the Bentley property.
Can we get a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Vowles, Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt,
Aye.
Commissioner Whitt,
Aye.
Mayor Staten.
Aye. Don't think we have anything else before we have need for executive session. We do have need for executive session.
All right, I move the commission go into executive session pursuant to KRS 61.8101 subsection B for discussion that may lead to future sale of real property in the vicinity of U.S. Highway 60 West and Borax Drive. Discussion that may lead to the future sale of real property in the vicinity of 5th Street and by Posey Street. And for discussion that may lead to a future sale of real property in the vicinity of Old Cordon Road and Highway 425. And pursuant to KRS 61.8101 subsection F for discussion that might lead to the appointment of an individual employee.
You're aiming for Marie's job, it sounds like. Do we have a
Maybe I
second?
got it.
All right, we have a second for Commissioner Vowles. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye? All right, we are going to stay in here for the executive session. If you are not a part of it, please do exit. I think we are coming back with some kind of action. Okay.
Carla?